Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We are back with more Dragon Age, the Veilguard. We are getting closer and closer to the end game. I don't think we're actually a huge distance off.
No, we still need to get all the companions of the hero of the Veilguard status, but that's...
I would argue
basically
that we are absolutely going to be done before part 30. We're on part 22 now. I think we've probably got maybe 3 or 4 left.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Again, that's also assuming I do all the like finishing areas off stream. So
yeah.
But just to go back to what we were talking about before we started the stream. So something I did today was basically going through our list of premieres that we're going to be discussing and basically writing down what streaming service each of them is on to make sure, A, to, help everyone out. It helps me out and it helps, Jack and Number out as well. But it also is a... helps in the sense of figuring out exactly what's gotten licensed and what hasn't. So I did find, a couple of fucking shows that haven't actually been licensed, including one that I'm incredibly annoyed about, which is Mononoke Lecture Logs, because I was actually looking forward to that, but
yeah, that one seemed interesting.
Alas. But interestingly, oh, good. Lavendel is doing well. Good. Interestingly, Makina-san's Love Bot. I didn't find it on Crunchyroll or High Dive or Netflix or Amazon. Amazon, who's got like a good 4 or 5 shows this season, which is interesting.
A lot more than they usually get.
Yeah.
Like, it's been years since they've had that many shows.
Does make me wonder if they're starting to maybe try and get back into the anime game.
As long as they don't try to do an anime strike again, I'm fine with it. Even if their player is kind of dog shit compared to CR or Netflix.
I mean, if nothing else, there is a little bit of annoyance in the sense of you do actually have to, if you want to avoid ads anyway, you've got to fucking download their fucking Prime Video app and then download the episodes on there to avoid the ads.
Or you just have to have a really good ad blocker if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing but top shelf stuff.
Certainly when I've tried to use ad blocker on there, it hasn't actually worked, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I didn't find it on, the 4 main ones, I went looking to see if it had been licensed, and it turns out it has. By a streaming service called Ocean Vale, which, when I searched it, turned out to be a streaming service devoted to, at the very least, strong, ecchi, shows with a lot of ecchi in them, if not straight up hentai porn. And they want you to pay $12.99 for that. $12.99 in American dollars.
That's a lot. That's more than a lot than some streaming services. That's like 2 High Dives. Like, there are like straight up hentai VNs on Steam that you can get for that much money, and it is more bang for your buck. Pun intended.
Solid pun, yeah. Solid pun.
Thanks. Never had a cousin before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole ass thing of just like, look, how do you want to spend your money when you can find a lot of porn for free?
Yeah.
Hail to you, child of Valor. As a voice of our lightless shores,
yeah, it's just like it worked out because both Number and I have shows on our list that have a show on our list that hasn't gone licensed, so we're able to just go, Jack, if you don't want to pay $13 to watch this, probably one episode of this incredibly edgy show, you don't have to. It works out, honestly.
I appreciate the consideration, honestly.
Brings us down to our more natural sort of 13
Hey, Cash.
shows.
You talked with your mother lately?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of shows this season,
That's
oddly
a
enough.
Yes, then.
I do get the feeling that a lot of them are going to fall by the wayside as the season goes on, but...
Seems fairly likely. I must admit, though, I am fairly irritated
Stormriders
that
get really possessive about their hordes. She'll be
I'm
trapped
not
in the
going to be able to
center
watch
anytime
Yiba.
taken.
Oh, is it? It's not available in the UK?
No.
Caught her onto the Stormrider.
That's
She's
so
bad.
fucking dumb.
She's real bad. Breathes lightning, like the Vinsimer.
I mean, I think we talked a little bit about this during the PV stream. I'm fairly sure it's being distributed by, or like produced or whatever, by Viz, who have never been particularly good about including the UK in their anime offerings. I mean, do you remember how long?
Yeah, that's on them.
Do you remember how long it took for their fucking Viz manga service to become available for me?
Was it like 2 years or something like that?
Oh, it was a while, certainly. I don't remember the exact date, but it was a while.
I forget how many U's are in G-Quooks. God. Okay, there it is. I am also bothered that the new Gundam is also on fucking Prime.
Yeah.
Also, we may be getting a second Yuri Gundam in a row. Maybe. Possibly.
I think I'm gonna watch it.
Oh! They're gonna join us in the Wish for Mercury fan club as well, then.
Maybe. I mean, again, it's one of those that's on my list that once I get the time and inclination, I will 100% watch it. Like with Shangri-La. Because I'm fairly sure Wish for Mercury does have a dub as well.
It does. I believe Jill Harris plays one of the leads.
Yeah. And I
Wanna go
know...
look behind the waterfall? Sometimes there's treasure.
Sure. I'll look behind the waterfall.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, Mill.
And I'm discovered literally about maybe 10 minutes ago that GQX, I'm gonna have a lot of fun fucking saying that.
It's G-Quooks, I believe.
GQux. Does have a dub as well.
Yep.
And Casey
Including Aniris Quinones.
and Iris Quinones, Casey Mongio, because them posting about it is how I learned about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm certainly willing to give it a shot in that sense.
Your helmet.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember which Prime shows I have on my list, because I know I know one's G-Quooks, and another one is
Fine if they're on fire.
the old Country Bumpkin. Oh, thank you for putting all those on there. Dinner Table Detective was the other one. I already watched that. Oh, okay, so Cinderella Grey. Yeah, that's a lot for Amazon. I think that's more than Netflix has this season.
Treasure is in the wreckage nearby.
And about as many as High Dive usually gets.
Cinderella Grey is another one that I'd be able to watch on YouTube if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I just know it's the first episode up on the Remau YouTube page, so...
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about how this season seems like it's dry at first glance. There's actually a lot of potential.
It's very dry in terms of sequels.
Yes, it is dry on the sequel front. We have 4 sequels, excluding Apothecary Diaries, that's carrying over.
I mean, Apothecary Diaries is the only real carryover. We've got a couple of others just because of whatchamacallit. Oh, I was airborne because I was blasted off my fucking feet. Great.
Rip. Hey, you're fine. Walk it off.
Watch for incoming.
Okay, I'm just gonna do something real quick. You guys take care of that. I you know, I'm currently.
Crackle Pablo.
Well, I'm willing to take the aggro on the big fella as long as you take care of the fucking range prick.
Nah, Mill, it'll be fine. You got this. You were saying?
Yeah, so Apothecary Diaries, we've got a couple others that aren't technically carryovers. They've just, well, My Happy Marriage is finishing late, and then I'm obviously an episode behind on Guild Receptionist.
And there's Damma as well, which
And
you are
Damma,
also...
yes.
Yeah. But that's it, basically. Excluding One Piece, of course, but One Piece is perennial.
One Piece never dies.
Have you seen the author comments for the for Shonen Jump? I think they pop up on the app. But apparently Oda, like, didn't realize that most people actually, you know, poop every day.
Okay.
Apparently for him it's once every 3 days.
I feel like that may not be that healthy.
It's basically like on the borderline between healthy and unhealthy. Like, you could argue that, I don't know the details on it, like, I think it varies from anywhere between once every 3 days to like 5 times a day or some shit like that. Humans are incredibly varied creatures, as it turns out.
I mean, not to go into too much detail, but I am probably on the less frequent side, but yeah.
I mean, I once did a backpacking trip where I went the morning before we left, and then didn't have to go until after we arrived back, so that was like a good 36 or so hours, in which I did not poop at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am normally on the more frequent side than that.
Here comes trouble.
They're deep stalkers, they're not that much trouble.
They're more annoying than anything else.
They're not even really annoying. They go down in like 3 hits.
That's what I said, more annoying than anything else.
Yeah.
Eyes up.
Now, treasure or deep stalkers? Treasure or deep stalkers?
I don't know. What do you value most, Mel?
Oh, no, it was treasure this time.
But yeah, what should I call it?
What?
Back on the topic of, you know,
Dragons aren't the only ones who like to collect anything shiny.
not safe for work stuff. If you could delete one tag forever, outside of, you know, the actual controversial and or ultra gross stuff, which would you pick?
Let me think about what my setup usually is. I'm guessing you're talking about actual, like, content tags rather than stuff like, fucking censorship and rough grammar and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, actual content, not like the miscellaneous shit.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could leave the bird something else that shines in exchange.
We have to pay you? I feed you breadcrumbs every week.
Yeah, let me just get real quick.
You of course know what I mean by the controversial tags.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't want to have to spell them out for our audience or anything.
This is all of the treasure stolen from Kataranda.
Let's get to the beach where I lured the Vinsimer. Plenty of open space for a good fight.
Here's the thing,
be
and
ready
this
for
is...
poisons. Lightning dragons are more sensitive to poison than most.
Oh, good. I brought the right person in Emmerich then. This is very much a personal thing, and this is not something that I would, you know, necessarily be advocating for the entirety of the population, but I've said before, I generally take away the big breast tag because including it generally leads to the sizes that I am not particularly comfortable with.
They do actually have like definitions for like breasts that are bigger than what is like normal.
I also
I think it's like,
I also take away huge breasts.
yeah. I'd say anything above like the regular big breast size that they use normally is probably like at that point is when it stops being like attractive and just is like uncomfortable to look at.
Oh, I dodged that. I mean, like I said, it's very much a taste thing. You know, I'm aware that my tastes do not match up with everybody else's.
Completely fair.
I would also say that there is the bell curve on whatchamacallit, breast size definitely shifts when you know, discuss porn.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure if you're to look at the numbers sites, the big breast tag is the most tagged up or the most used one on the site.
Yeah.
Actually, I can just look that up right now. Good old internet.
Gotta do what damage you can then.
Indeed, it is the most popular tag on these sites.
What a perfectly ferocious specimen!
Got about almost 30k more than the next highest.
Which is...
Soul female. It is funny that the next three tags after breast, the breast size one, are soul female, soul male, and group. The three genders. You want to guess what number 5 is?
All yours.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Rip. And fun fact, only the top 5 tags are the ones that have over 100k.
Honestly not sure.
What? In the butt? That shouldn't surprise you in the slightest.
No.
Free.
Yeah. Down again. I mean, that doesn't, Anil being, like, the next most popular tag in that sense doesn't surprise me, because, it's also got the boost of being possible with both, you know,
With literally any gender combination.
yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose blowjob does as well, but, yeah.
Oh, you're not likely to see a blowjob in an FF work.
That's also fair.
Yeah, that tag in particular is number 9.
Makes sense.
I realize I've made this stream incredibly NSFW.
Yeah.
We already passed that point a while ago, though.
Yeah.
Besides, we've had several long discussions about the best-selling erotica series on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
It's still hilarious to me that that actually happened.
Yeah.
Uh...
Oh yeah, did you did you enjoy Hokuzono deciding they had to outdo Solo Leveling's level of aura farming?
Yes, it was glorious. I did appreciate this batch of Shonen Jump chapters, who was quite good.
Good fight. Good fight.
No,
We just
it
took
was
out
a very
Deathstorm
good
the
one.
Storm Rider. We are drinking for freedom.
I'm very curious as to where Blue Box is going to go next.
Treasure caught in her scales.
Yep.
Certainly,
I think maybe
Taiki's
they get
third year.
worried when it's not
You know, obviously focusing on him, hopefully getting to nationals. But at the very least, you know, attempting to. And probably the difficulties they have in maintaining a longer distance relationship than they currently have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, almost any relationship that they have at this point that's different from the current one is going to be a long-distance relationship by definition. Or longer, rather.
Yeah, and they've had a bit of practice, what with Taiki staying with father-in-law.
That was a great arc.
I mean, I've seen some people complain that Chinatsu's loss was effectively off-screen, and it's just like, okay, well, I don't think there would have been anything particularly new in that particular, you know, loss. So.
Mm-hmm. Besides, the kids' goal, all their goals were to make it to nationals and or through the tournaments, not like win necessarily. Like that would be ideal, but
Yeah.
not realistic. Like none of these kids are shown to be like Olympic level prodigies the way that you'd expect for someone who made it to the top of the nationals bracket.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, Tosh, you're hunting Anton now.
What? Dragon King?
We know he's full of himself. Declares himself a king.
So yeah, so you know, I'm not too bothered about that.
Thanks.
Lucius Samurai, assuming you're still caught up.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, it's just because you went through a period where you were waiting and then binging like a bunch of chapters. So just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. According to the author comment, not this week but last week, Matsui, when he came up with the Demon Buddha Blade, he had that chapter in mind.
But you don't need to be dead for that. Your soul is here now.
But yeah, Fubuki has passed on.
Rip.
And Takuji is not feeling altogether comfortable.
Trying to remember the exact year he wound up dying, historically speaking.
Who, Takuji or Fubuki?
Takauji.
Takuji, I feel like, is still a few years in the future.
I think it's the better part of a decade from the current year. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to remember that a lot of these people died relatively young.
Mm.
I mean, the ones who lasted for a while died in, like, their, 40s, 50s usually?
Yeah.
Life expectancy was not what it is now.
Mm.
People like Ozymandias were freaks of nature.
Yeah.
For just the right price.
Fucking Ramses the Second living to, like, fucking 90 or some shit?
Mm.
Come back alive. No coin.
You'd have to be fucking good at everything.
Strife.
Yeah.
I got a tip there might be trouble here in Arlathan.
You're just in time. We've got a problem.
I was out with a scouting party, and we spotted the Venatori moving into the area.
They're being directed by Elganon or Gillenane. They have to be. The Grey Wardens warned us the gods were heading to Arlathan, but why bring the Venatori?
We don't know. That's where you come in.
A few less Venatori in the world is a good thing.
Or a lot less Venatori.
I'll give it a rough.
Hell yeah, let's get some murdering on.
To search beyond that.
They want something, and we need to know what they're up to.
I'll find out what it is.
Feel free to take out as many of them as you can. This is our forest.
Will do.
Yeah, I'm very excited for, very interested to see where Lucius Samurai goes next.
Bad enough around here.
The gods sent them.
Definitely
Because
think
this is the point where...
Well,
Yeah.
I definitely think we're in the end game. I mean,
Right.
Elusive Samurai is
So we
now
need to find
longer
this
than
Venatori.
Assassination
I've got the
Classroom, I
spot here
believe.
and marked on the map.
Yeah,
Let's
Because
start there.
Assassination
Wild.
Classroom was 180 odd, I think.
something like that.
But, you know, as a result, I can't see it lasting too much longer. Blue Box, I think we've got at least another year of chapters.
Oh, at least, for sure.
Elusive Samurai depends how long Matsu wants to push the going after Takushi stuff, but it could be over by the end of the year, to be honest.
Yeah, it really depends on what he wants to do.
Yeah.
We do have the second season coming out within the next year or so.
The forest smells wrong.
Certainly, I
Good
think
stuff.
by this time next year, I think Blue Box will be done. Not Blue Box, Lucius Samurai will be done.
Blood magic everywhere.
Most likely, yeah.
Magisters destroyed Arlathan City. That kind of magic leaves an impression.
Still, I'll have Kagurabachi to to tide me over.
Venatori.
Kagurabachi coming in clutch. Glad I caught up on it.
It's really good.
It is.
I mean, it's incredible looking at like those last sort of pair of pages, or like pair of double page spreads, and imagining that fucking people would actually like. Everyone was always pretty high on Hokuzono's writing, but art-wise, they said it wasn't his strongest suit.
Let's take a look.
Well,
so
who's laughing now?
He's definitely improved over the last, you know, well, 2 years.
Year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half, 2 years.
Not sure.
No, he's not even at the 100 chapter mark yet, so it's a year and a half.
Yeah.
There's a Dalish camp nearby. If the Venatori hit them,
They could be in trouble.
let's go. Now.
But yeah. Kagurabachi isn't like flawless by any stretch, but it's just very.
I think it takes like a dozen chapters to really hit its stride.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Yeah, Kagurabachi's still really good. I somehow still doubt that any of these series is going to outlast One Piece, though. I know it's the big piratey elephant in the room and all that, but still.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say...
Also, it's good that Jump has some series that are strong enough to run alongside it and actually make a dent in the market.
Yeah. I'd say probably... the stuff I'm reading, I could see Ichi the Witch maybe lasting long enough to be around when One Piece ends.
Yeah.
Just because I know...
I mean... Yeah. I was gonna say, like, Aruma's been running for 8 or so years now.
I mean, yeah, Aruma's at, what, 380 chapters? Something like that?
I think they're like past 400. Let me double check.
Are we past 400 now? Jeez.
We've got more Venatori.
390, so almost to 400.
Yeah, and it's honestly, like, showing no signs of finishing.
No, like, it's nowhere close to its probable end game.
Looks like we got them all. But this many Venatori in Arlathan is just wrong.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like this.
At least we're headed the right way.
Meanwhile, Awashi is very much ramping up to end at, well, just, it's currently at, just over 400 chapters.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't think most manga last past the 10-year mark.
Hmm.
Or even to the 10-year mark, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big milestone for a mangaka to reach on a single series. And Oda is set to hit that 3 times over.
Because Oda is literally built different.
He is. Man is unhinged.
Like, there are so few fucking manga authors who are actually just capable of working in this industry that long.
Mm-hmm. And most who do take, like, periodic breaks.
Yeah.
Galador, stay
I mean,
put.
Like, they
fucking...
finish a series, take a break for a little bit, then go back to it.
I mean... Well, it's not just that. They also, you know, fucking change what series they're fucking doing.
Yeah. And some of them, like, yeah, no, not just change series, like, some of them straight up change schedules, too.
Yeah.
Like, some of them switch weekly to monthly. And then you have, Black Clover's author who switched to, quarterly. Speaking of which, apparently we're going to be getting a, another couple chapters, next month.
Good.
At least that's a rumor. I don't know if that's been officially announced yet.
Yeah.
Galador, what's happening?
The Venatori are rounding up Dalish. I locked that barrier, but some of them already got through.
Hold on. Rounding up Dalish?
There are more Dalish inside the ruins. They were camped there.
All right. Get back to Strife and Irulan and let them know.
Right.
Damn it. Still locked.
Those symbols over the door. That's what we were supposed to find?
Okay, let's get it unlocked.
Alright. Squiggle at the bottom. That one.
That worked. Keep going.
Do it again.
That one. And then... I think it's this one.
Nice.
Hey.
Time to get moving.
Why would Venatori attack the Dalish for no reason?
Who says they don't have a reason?
I was gonna say, I think there's probably a reason, it's just not a good one.
Oh, it's almost undoubtedly stupid and or petty bullshit.
There they are. What do you want?
And or just, like, you know, them being greedy motherfuckers. As they do.
Ready for a follow.
Yeah, now speaking of One Piece, though, latest chapter is pretty good.
Yeah. Certainly.
Very funny to see, the consequences of Luffy playing nurse.
Yeah. Look, we know fucking, you know, Luffy got a crew because he can't do everything on his own. This is another, you know, indication of that.
Yep.
He's not a good doctor.
Not soon enough.
Yeah.
We still don't know what they're doing here.
Fucking Gerd, though, just giving him the thumbs up after he spills the fucking soup on Loki was great. Speaking of Loki, though, I am very, it's very interesting that he was inspired by a pirate, like Luffy. Even if the pirate was, you know, fucking rocks.
Don't remember what I was going for. If I was going for anything.
There's plenty of options for you.
I could... Not really applying those sorts of stacks, I don't think, so...
Yeah, the implications of the rocks thing are interesting.
No, definitely. Alright, I think we won't get that.
Meanwhile, we have all the other shit going on the second layer, which is interesting as well.
Well, it looks like we're finally going to get to see Gunko's fighting?
Yeah.
I think that was her name.
Yeah, Gunko.
Yeah. Which...
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if she has a reaction to Brooke.
Hmm. Alas, we could get over there if I could swim.
Sucks to be a drowner, doesn't it?
The bridge is out.
The other Veil Jumpers must have shut it down to keep the Venatori out. Has to be a power crystal around here.
Gonna guess this is the one. Added bonus, it takes down that barrier as well. Time to steal more ancient elven stuff.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
They're really loading me up with loot.
I wonder if that's a sign.
I was not paying attention.
Hear that? Someone's in trouble. Come on! There's a lot more of these assholes.
I see them. We have to end this. Leave this camp alone.
I know I've been seeing a lot of people theorizing that Gunko being a fan of Brooke's music will translate to some wacky bullshit happening.
It seems a fairly good assumption, yeah.
Given Oda, yeah.
You leave now, we might let you stay alive.
I never agreed to that.
I offer no and expect none in return.
Oh, you're in charge then. Alright. Probably shouldn't have, spoken up like that. Real bad idea.
I won't accuse the Venatori of being particularly intelligent.
Biggest never are.
Oh god. Yeah. No, they're dumb. It is fun seeing heads tear into each other, though. Like all those trolls are ripping apart Elon Musk for being a dogshit gamer.
Yeah.
Serves him right, because that's the crowd he was targeting in the first place.
There. No more taunting from that one.
I feel like I should be concerned about this.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, there's half a dozen skeletons all in the same pose.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing spooky happened here at all. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh. There we go. Still. Okay. I should probably have more urgency about saving the Veil Jumpers, but it'll be fine, I'm sure.
Why did you wait so long to save us? Everyone but me is dead.
Now let's see what they've done with the Dalish.
There's so much fucking loot here.
Loot, 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 loot. Loot, 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 loot. Loot, 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 loot. Oh yeah, embarrassing facts time. For the longest time, I thought that
Shouldn't be hard.
the George Lopez theme and Santana's Smooth were the same song. For like a few years when I was a kid, I thought that.
Yeah.
I know now that that is definitely not the case, but... I don't know how I didn't recognize the difference between those two songs.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I'm fairly sure I've said this on stream before. It took me an embarrassingly long time to realize that the Undertaker's legendary manager, Paul Bearer, his name is a pun.
Dude, yeah. I've done embarrassing, I've had embarrassing moments like that as well. Don't worry.
Honestly, the only reason I realized was because I was watching an episode of The Simpsons, and somebody said Paul Bearer as in, you know, the fucking job title. I was like, why are they mentioning the name of the Undertaker's manager? Oh.
Happens to the best of us, Mill. Don't worry too much about it.
That's a realization I should have had a while ago, but oh well. Right, now that I've, you know, looted this place to the bedrock and taken everything that isn't nailed down, I should probably go save these people.
Oh,
like I said, I'm sure they'll be fine.
No worries. For the rest of your days. Hakuna Matata.
Alright, so I think it's going to be that one first.
Oh yeah, speaking of Disney. It's kind of insane how much they've invested into so much of the shit that's bombs of theirs. Like, particularly this latest attempt at Snow White. Which, I know a lot of people hate it for the worst fucking reason. But also, if you make a bad movie with a bad script, and you try to push it out as, like, this big thing, it's not going to pass muster even amongst the people who aren't chuds.
That way up? I don't know. It's gotta be this way up there. I don't think it can be by the way the others are set up. I'm not seeing anything that way that looks like that. You can't find something that looks like that is the question.
That's a good question. I did not realize there was a movie called Fuck, Marry, Kill out.
No, I can't.
Came out a month ago, jeez.
Oh, I'm just being incredibly dumb. Well, I missed that. It was right there.
Alright, that did it. Let's see what she has to say.
See, there was only one person trapped there.
It's okay, you're safe. I'm a Veil Jumper.
Totally fine.
What
No big
happened
deal.
That other Veil Jumper died making sure I was safe. She sealed the barrier before the Venatori could get me.
What about the rest of the Dalish?
They took everyone. Kidnapped them all.
Why? Where'd they go?
For the Veil Jumper.
I I don't
Oh,
know.
that one. I thought that was a
Their leader
Venatori.
said they need Dalish blood, some sort of sacrifice.
Sacrificed? Why am I not surprised?
See,
got a whole
me
lot worse.
going looting didn't
We need
make
to
any
figure
real
out where
difference.
the Venatori took them. Let's look around.
If they lay one finger on those prisoners.
Some papers here, but nothing useful. No mention of a location. Just some mud here. But it looks like there's some kind of glass here too.
Huh.
Well, doesn't look like the Venatori brought many supplies with them.
Then they might have a larger camp nearby. The Dalish could be there. Wait, the glass we found. There's a crater here in Arlathan. Thousands of years ago, blood magic destroyed that area.
over here.
All that energy turned the sand to glass.
And we know the Venatori didn't come very far.
They must have taken the Dalish to the crater.
You arrived just in time.
We
Probably
got here
because
as
you didn't
fast
need
as
to
we
stop to
could.
loot like I did.
It's bad. They're kidnapping Dalish to sacrifice them.
What?
You're serious?
This isn't over yet. We'll put a stop to it.
Where did they take the prisoners?
The lake. The old crater.
We have to do something.
We'll find them. But it'll take time to put together a rescue party.
Don't take too much time. We need to stop this.
We will.
Yeah, it's kind of an urgent crisis going on. So.
Well, good news. We at this point don't really have anything else to do, so.
Whose questline have we finished so far?
We'll meet the
Just
villagers there.
Harding's.
Thought so.
Do I want to go back to this? Yeah. Alright. I'm not even using that anymore, so I'm just going to take those away. Maybe together. I thought we definitely were together.
Ah.
Right, so everyone's on a pretty equal level now in terms of relationship, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall... Let's just check to make sure... Ooh. We should actually go back to the Veil Jumper camp then. They're now at max. Yeah, we'll just... fast travel our way back there.
You cannot fast travel when enemies are nearby.
I imagine.
What would you do if... How would you react if that notification popped up while you were in the middle of, you know, your own territory?
Probably not well. I would imagine there would be some concern.
That'd be a hell of a twist, though.
Hmm.
Like, you try to fast travel, you get that notification, immediate cutscene.
Get that. Grab that. And I think we'll leave the rest
Safe
for later.
travels.
Ooh, plus 200 caretaker power. Should definitely check the caretaker then. We might even be able to level that up as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was sort of hoping they'd just send us to the lighthouse, but they didn't, so we'll just do this. Oh, 500 off. Damn.
I will answer.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some stuff to do first.
That's a lot of exclamation marks.
Yeah. The Dalish can wait. They'll be fine.
Or at least investigate the
Tell me
exclamation
about
marks first.
Anaris.
He is the light, the hope of Elvenan, the bringer of...
Tell me about the war against the Evenuris.
Even now, the armies of Anaris wage a glorious war against the...
Tell me about the armies.
The chosen of Elvenan, made pure and stripped of their want to serve the great Anaris.
That doesn't sound good.
So demons. He made an army of demons. Damn it, Siri.
Not ideal, yeah.
What have you done? Oh, Rook.
Hey.
What are you hoping to find out from the archive?
About Anaris? What would make Syrian work with him? But everything I found out, it just makes it worse. And now Syrian wants
Anaris
to
does
meet
sound like a pretty bad
to
dude.
explain himself.
He's turning people into demons. Our people. Nothing he could say will
Oh
make
yeah,
them-
we are an elf.
Damn it, Rook. I know. Talking to him again, knowing what I know, it's hard. Beyond hard. And that's if this isn't all a big trap.
Listen to your gut. Would he really try to lure you into a trap?
I would have
Yes.
said no before all of this. The Syrian I know cared, loved his people more than anything. He kept me grounded, focused, made sure I was okay. And I took care of him, protected him because I loved my little brother and I owed him. But what he is now, who he is now, I don't know. I'd hoped the archive would make it easy. Tell me it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But Anaris is evil, full stop. And if my brother's working with him,
I know this is hard for you. But you know we have to stop them, right?
I know, I get it. He's my brother, though. The day he died, or I thought he died, it was the worst day of my life. I don't know if I can do that again.
So what are you going to do?
Meet with him.
Are you okay with that?
No, but I need to talk to him, convince him he's wrong.
And if that doesn't work?
Will you come with me?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Thanks, Rook. Really. Just tell me when you're ready.
It will depend on what other people need me to do. Hey, Nev.
There's something I need to do back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Aelia. It brings a lot up. If you're around, maybe. I'd take the company.
Sure thing, Nev.
Alright,
Good,
now
you're
Lucanus.
What happened?
A note from Viago.
Oh.
Ilario's making his move?
A big one. He's hosting all the talents of the crows at
All
Katarina's
the ones that
villa.
are left.
All it's missing is some heavily armed, uninvited guests. Shall we?
As soon as we're
Be
prepared.
our
We have to
guest.
do this
Be
carefully.
our guest.
Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elganon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise.
What's that originally
Be
from?
ready for a trap.
I always...
Beauty and the Beast.
Ah.
Honestly, most of the movies from Disney's Renaissance are really good.
That honestly amuses me, because how I know it is the Simpsons parody, which was in an episode that was effectively a riff off of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
So for a Beauty and the Beast song to be parodied in an episode parodying 101 Dalmatians amuses me.
See a real sky.
Yes.
You're welcome to join us.
Yeah. Yeah, Disney has a whole thing of like their animated canon of films. And the Renaissance is basically all those films that were released between Little Mermaid in 1989 and Tarzan in 1999.
Not today. Although pull-ups would also engage the latissimus dorsi quite effectively.
Of those films, of those 10 films,
Oh, yeah.
the only ones that don't really hold up as well as the others are Pocahontas, Hercules, and Tarzan.
Oh, right.
I thought Tarzan was well regarded.
It is well regarded, it just doesn't hold up as well as Aladdin, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Lion King.
Deep in the forest. They've brought the
Like, you know, some of Disney's all-time great movies.
We did kill Gilnean's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
Regaining strength,
Yeah, like,
draining other elves.
Tarzan is still fairly good.
Their people.
Maybe that's why.
Honestly, out of all the Renaissance films, I think Pocahontas holds up the worst.
But that's who the gods are. Who they've always been.
You know the gods best, Rook. The Veiljumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Then we ride, and pray that fate is on our side.
Again,
The day
not
of
quite
fate has
yet.
finally come.
I just wanted to get rid of that, because I knew that would be fine. So, of these three, the only one that's going to be an actual mission, I believe, is Lucanus's. All the others will
that means
effectively be chats.
Which one do you want to do as a chat? We'll do Lucanus after that.
Well, we've just been to Arlathan, so we'll do Nev. Oh, ran into a wall. It happens more often than you'd think, even in real life.
Oh yeah, especially if the lights are off and you're just trying to go to the bathroom at night and it's like, oh no, wall there. Spatial orientation, what's that?
Even when the lights, even when it's, you know, not entirely dark, I'll still find myself walking into, maybe not,
Remember the fallen? Allow me. The lights are magical and require a mage's touch.
A Viper.
A light for Hector, for Lorelei, for all shadow dragons.
Those we have lost. Those we may still lose.
For the fallen of Minrathous.
In the long hours of the night, when hope has abandoned me, I will see the stars and know your light remains.
The light drawn echoes back in eternum.
Always cherished.
Never forgotten.
Cool. Yeah, I often do find myself walking into like door frames or into corners because I've misjudged the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly sure it's an ADHD thing.
Might be.
I remember seeing like a fucking reel on Instagram about it, but I can't remember exactly what it is.
I barely ever check Instagram, so...
The Minrathous Wall of Light.
A light to remember the dead.
Unless the family lacks mages to keep them lit. Or the money for one. Then you're left in the dark. To Vintir's subtlety. This was Brahms.
I'm okay with Instagram. It's generally less... Certainly the posts themselves are generally less overtly... toxic and right-wing. Comments, that depends.
Be wary of any comment section ever.
The light drawn echoes back in eternum.
Formalities. He wasn't big on those, but he'd appreciate it. I'm stopping Aelia.
Looks like we had the same idea.
Hey, Rana.
He read serials between assignments. Romance. The last one ended on a cliffhanger. He was sure he knew the ending. I never checked if he was right.
Aww.
He'd have liked our friend Bellara. She loves those things. Although she expects happy endings.
So did he. At least on the page.
Better chance there than here.
You're not the only one chasing Aelia. I've tracked some of her followers. They aren't quick to talk. Most said I'd be saved soon. But I did get the name of a place. Sanctum Lucican.
Sounds lovely.
Formal name, tied to Elganon. Off to a good start.
You forgot the catch.
It's an old temple. A lost one. If there's a record of its location, I can't find it.
Yeah, that's great.
It's more than we had. I can track this down.
And
certainly a start.
Look, I know who else you work with, what they might suggest, but what are you going to do?
What it takes.
Things are bad, but Docktown needs to see...
What? Venatori overrunning their home? Taking away who and what we love?
They see you, Nev.
Is that all? We're running out of choices, Rana. We need to take the ones left.
Brom's light. Thanks.
Sure.
So I'd say thus far that's the big change between saving Treviso and saving Minrathous. When I saved Minrathous, Nev was a lot more willing to be a protector rather than an avenger, basically.
Dun 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 dun. Sorry.
Honestly,
Michael Giacchino's score is really fucking good.
Honestly, that first bit sounded more like the Doctor Who theme.
Nah, that's fair. No, but like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, no, I understood what you were getting to, which is why it confused me when the first few like dun-duns were. Is this Doctor Who?
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Yeah. Could be. Picked up some of his tricks, at least.
It's like tracking a ghoul back to the nest and finding an archdemon. They just got a lot.
Honestly, any composer who can make an iconic theme for a franchise is a great composer in my books. Speaking of superheroes, how familiar are you with the Green Lantern?
Not especially familiar. I know they get their powers from a ring.
I wasn't being quite so literal.
Yes, a ring that they recharge with the lantern battery, and they have to say a specific oath to recharge it.
Yeah, that's
The green.
What were you imagining?
The Green Lantern oath is one of the most famous, famous oaths in creeds in comics, really.
Mm.
And for good reason, because it sounds awesome.
Mm.
Are you familiar with it, or do you not follow it all?
Knowing that they get their powers from a ring, and there's like quite a few of them, is all I know. And there's different colors as well.
So the Green Lantern creed is: in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
Also, you had capes.
This explains
Which pretty fucking good, honestly. I really bagged out with that one.
Okay, I need to show off this codex entry, because we talked over it a bit, but that little bit of dialogue was hilarious of Lucanus going, didn't your mother, like, make the Antivan crows out to be, like, a bogeyman type deal? Why are you so interested in them? Because they're fucking sick! This explains so much about you.
Yes.
And then if we go to Codex, I think it'll probably be Lord of Fortune. Antivan crows aren't allowed to kill people who are asleep. That's why Kunari children have to stay in bed once it's bedtime. They use hollow blades that hold poison. They also hide underwater and breathe through a tube. They do blood magic rituals with broken Kunari horns. That's why Kunari children have to properly dispose of their broken horns. Crows are trained to glide on wind currents using their capes. Sometimes leave poison needles in new clothes and boots. That's why Kunari families wear hand-me-downs.
Oh, God.
Can dislocate all their joints and hide in pots. And hide in fancy restaurants and sneak poison into the food. That's why Kunari families always eat their meals at home. So yeah, basically just turn them into like the bogeyman.
So funny.
A reason for Taj to follow their mother's instructions.
Yep.
Right, I did that, and yet I think I actually need to be on the menu.
Yeah. The Green Lantern core is one of 7 different cores, all based off of the spectrum of light. So there's also the red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
And each, of course, has their own creed and their own associated emotion that powers them. Green Lanterns are willpower. And then you got red lanterns are rage. Orange lanterns are greed. Yellow lanterns are fear. Blue lanterns are hope. Indigo is compassion, and violet is love.
No one here to greet us.
They've gone to the villa without us. Come on.
Now all of them have
Did Ilario even offer any bait? What is this?
all of them have their own oaths. My personal favorite is the blue. Outside the Green Lantern is the Blue Lantern one. But the Orange Lantern oath is the funniest.
Oh.
It goes, what's mine is mine, and mine and mine, and mine and mine and mine, not yours!
We are, but we're not exactly on the guest list.
Also, technically speaking, the Orange Lantern Corps is composed of a single individual and his constructs.
Trouble ahead. We move on your word.
Which, makes sense because greed.
Yeah.
We're under attack!
Yeah, like the run on Green Lantern comics in like the early mid-2010s was really good. And was a lot of what defined like the current starting in like actually the early 2000s, I think, with the Sinestro Corps War. And it kind of really defined the overall franchise very well. Especially going forward. And that's like the run of comics that introduced the different Lantern Corps as well.
Finally gonna get to go in this area.
Woot woot!
I finally get to pick up that chest.
Can't go straight to the house.
Ha ha ha! A treasure has eluded you for so long, but now it is in your reach. Yeah, I will say the Blue Lantern Oath because it is really cool. In Fearful Day, in Raging Night, with strong hearts full, our souls ignite. When all seems lost in the war of light, look to the stars for hope burns bright.
Rook, you see that tower? With this
I think it's a good one, honestly.
That's where we're going?
It's the quickest way there.
Alright.
After you.
How far is it to Ilaria's party?
The opera is... It's... You know, across the grounds. In the guest house.
Why does such a big house need a second house?
For guests.
Fucking rich people, am I right?
Mm-hmm. And in the end, it wasn't even that worth it.
Nope. Never is. Oh yeah, I saw some people talking about like, oh yeah, there's a promising uptick in the stock market, and it goes up by like a couple hundred points before tanking again earlier today.
Isn't it because there were rumors that the tariffs would be frozen for like 90 days?
Yep. And those rumors were revealed to be not true.
Mm.
Because Trump is a stubborn idiot who doesn't have any understanding of economics. The funniest thing is fucking Peter Navarro, who is the main economic advisor to Trump. Based his several years of assertions that tariffs are good, actually, and all that shit on the writings of one Ron Vero, sorry. Who is, as it turns out, not a real person, and someone that Navarro made the fuck up to justify his bullshit.
Mm.
And that's the current economic advisor to the President of the United States.
Yeah.
We live in a clown car country. At least I do.
The UK is not much better.
Yeah.
It is better.
I was gonna say, if you do want to make fun of us, you don't have much of a leg to stand on, unfortunately.
I'll still make the argument that we are better, just not that much better.
Venatori hanging around. Why?
Mm.
I don't think
Not as better as we should be.
In fairness, literally everyone should be better than the United States currently is. Alas.
Yeah, but we should be better by, like, a significant margin. And instead, we're at the point of, well, at least the government isn't actively hostile to its citizens.
Yep. Yep. But yes, on a lighter note, let's switch topics. So, with regard to the whole, tier list thingamadoodle for, Fate designs, do you want to just stick with the base characters, the base servants, and exclude, like, any, like, event or seasonal variants?
I'll leave it up to you. If you think there's a particularly interesting, like, event design that you'd like us to rank, you can include it.
Alright. Fair enough.
I very much leave this up to your judgment.
Fair enough.
I'm now on to Captain's Fury in my reread of, or re-listen to of Codex Alera. I do have a question.
You know how this is going to end, right?
He will suffer for
what do you think are Deimos's Furies?
god, I don't remember.
Well, we've got one pretty definite, which is wood. Because a Slive is one big wood fury that he can control.
I think if he has any others, it would be, they'd be metal.
Hmm.
Either that or water.
The only thing that makes me wonder is the fact that, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. When I believe it's Kitai first spots the Mactis, the pirate ship. Deimos does actually go up to the crow's nest as if he's to have a look, and I believe there's a mention of him doing the like Windcrafter far-seeing thing.
Okay. Well, I know some Fury crafting can be done regardless of your Fury type, but yeah.
That's Villa della Morte.
Villa della Morte.
Once we're through the tower, we just need to reach the river.
Would you say Antiva takes more inspiration from Spain or Italy?
I think Spain.
I would say so too. I know like a lot of the accents ring a lot more like Spanish accents. But I can't deny that there's at least some Italian influence in the architecture.
Yeah. I mean, there's also, you know, Lucanus swears in Spanish, because he says mierda, which I believe is Spanish and not Italian.
Yeah. Italian, I believe it's merde. Also in French. No, French is merde.
There! It's Rook! Our god demands their heads! Kill them all! And make an offering to Lusicans!
Yeah, no, this does lean a lot more Spanish than Italian-inspired, but I've seen some Italian-inspired architecture, I think. That may just be an effect of the Italian Renaissance spreading so far throughout, you know, Europe.
Yeah.
Also, I may be slightly OSP brain-rotted. And Blue is a big fan of Italian architecture.
Fair. But yeah, I believe there's also mention of paella.
Paella is a classic Spanish dish. I have had some Spanish paella in Spain. It is pretty good. Very big dish, though. At least compared to most other European dishes I've had. I do notice that American portions tend to be a lot bigger than portions in most other countries, but that's not to say that other countries don't have big dishes. Yeah, I know, whatchamacallit. I know, like, each of the servants, has 3 designs or so, excluding, like, special outfits, so... I'm gonna try to cap it at, like, 3 per, servant if I can.
Yeah.
Some don't have enough variation to really justify doing more than 1 or 2. Honestly. But, yeah.
Small chest there. Let's take the revival charge. And then let's get rid of these. then Lucanus has leveled up. I suppose that's down
I do wonder.
by 4 levels, but yeah.
I do wonder if we'll ever get a dedicated RPG with like actual like polyroot being possible.
Hmm.
I know it doesn't seem likely, especially given how much of a pain in the ass that would probably be to code. But especially if it's like you can do that, but it's not the only option type thing, you know?
Yeah. I have to think it's possible. Obviously, it'll depend on how fucking backwards, you know, fucking, or how less progressive game developers get over the next few years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's been a lot of pushback to conservative bullshits, especially over the past few days here in the U.S., so fingers crossed that the bullshit that's currently going on in the administration will be enough to engender sufficient resentment over those idiotic policies and associated bullshit.
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside.
What can I say? After Moldemort's latest activities, I'm feeling just a little depressed.
I mean, the thing is, like,
over there. That's the entrance.
I'm pretty sure like, the reason that she and a lot of our other turfs are, like, aphobic is because the very existence of asexual people kind of invalidates a good chunk of the Radfem ideology.
It's also just that they don't understand it either.
No, they don't. It's probably a little column A, a little column B. No, this makes my whole ideology invalid, even though it's a stupid fucking ideology. No.
He let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing cleaned.
Again, it's, you know, it's a case of she's going on about, oh, how can you be asexual but also gay or straight, and it's just like, you're a fucking moron.
See, there's this thing called the separation of sexual attraction and romantic attraction.
Yeah. But again, you know, part of that is on, you know, school education system. I mean, when I was in school, it basically took until basically Bloom Into You for me to realize that, you know, asexuality was even a thing. Even after that, it was a little bit longer to learn about the differences between romantic attraction and sexual attraction.
Yep.
Not to, you know, defend her at all, because she absolutely should know better. Nothing else, she was absolutely told about it and just fucking ignored it because that's what she does nowadays.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Katerina.
Katerina must be a difficult prisoner.
I mean, we only knew Katerina for a short while, but I certainly would not want to try and keep her prisoner.
No, that'd be a very bad, very not good prospect in my opinion.
And here we are. Welcome to Villa della Morte.
Whew. No wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home?
Part of the reason I did say that I thought there was some Italian influence is because the double L's.
Don't say that. Caterina is in earshot.
Which are, pronounced as double L's rather than being pronounced as similar to a Y.
Yeah.
Like in the word tortilla. The Italians, they pronounce those L's. They pronounce the hell out of those L's. It's very enunciative language, Italian.
Hey.
Surprise boss fight out of nowhere.
Maybe not boss fight, but certainly annoying fight.
Things ready.
Done. Where are the next?
Well, luckily he just sort of stood there reveling in ecstasy for a while, so we just killed him. Exploded him good.
I love exploding people. Am I right?
His face explode. It's also good as we're finding plenty of relics, which might, means if nothing else we'll be very close to being able to level up the caretaker's shop by the time we finish this.
I'll be right back. I gotta refill my water.
They've made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out.
Whether you'll get the blood out of the furnishings, you might want to, contact somebody about that. Right, it's there, and we do get a way over there at some point. I've read that letter, done everything over here, except for that. This is just the way in, yep. I've been in this room. You open that chest. Okay, I think we can move on from this room.
So you lived here?
Ilario and I both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train.
Yeah, we're really getting a lot of these relics, which is really good for us. There's going to be somebody here. Shocker.
There you go. No Venatori leave this house alive.
Okay with that. Okay, so it's not up there. I can't do anything else up here. What we want is over there anyway, so it's probably through this tunnel. Up on that side. That's just the statue. Right, less helpful. Still not terrible.
Trouble ahead. Intruder! This is my house.
I do like that move. Yeah, I can notice when they're gonna do the fucking blood spikes. Less convenient when they do that, though. Get on fire.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Why is his sword on fire?
Why isn't it on fire?
Well, it is on fire, and it fucking set me on fire, which is why I'm annoyed about it.
Yeah, but Mill, you gotta stop asking yourself why, and just start asking yourself why not.
It's rude for him to have fucking, a fire sword. I should be the one wielding fire.
You are wielding fire, though.
I know.
You just don't have monopoly on it.
But
you know that monopolies are bad, Mill. Come on, I thought better of you.
Except in the game. And seeing as this is a game...
God damn it, I lost the game.
No charge.
He literally got like one word out and then we murked him.
Rip. Sucks for him, monk.
And there we go. That's not bad. But we would have to change what armor we're using. Because I quite like eclectic armor. Let's see what we've got in the way of light armor.
Yeah, do you still have the Sunraku helm?
I mean, I do in terms of like the appearance of it. So, I mean, we could get that. That's not bad, to be fair. Oh, there's this one, to be fair. Let's go with this one for now. Well, let's keep it eclectic armor.
The family rooms are up ahead. First her.
For a very split second, I thought you said electric armor, and I got very excited.
No, we don't get electric armor. We do get electric weapons, but, you know.
I know.
Who are you talking to?
Somebody once told me.
Well, definitely ripping pieces for that guy.
Get attacked, probably?
Which is why I'll go first.
Christ.
Like I said, I like that move. It explodes people when it kills them.
This just in. Mill likes eviscerating people. More at 11.
Certainly bigots in a video game.
Katerina. Lucanis. My poor boy.
Pobrecito.
I'd love to celebrate this touching family reunion with you both, but now might not be the best time. We have Ilario's celebration to deal with.
Rook, we have to take Katerina to safety before we can break up the party.
You'll do no such thing. And don't speak about me as if I'm not here.
Just because she's old doesn't mean she can't handle herself.
Heroic
Also, we could just
saved your grandson and is rescuing you now.
We could just, you know, send her back the way we came.
Go. I'll meet you in the opera house.
There's nothing but corpses that way.
She can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Morte, Rook.
Oh, we've been adopted into the family. Would you look at that? Our found family is growing every day.
This door can be opened up. This is probably Ilario's room. I think it's probably that. What the?
Do you have a plan to deal with Ilario? Lucanus.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, like at one point in my writing, I kind of want to have a bit where like a character is doing a Batman and just taking another child and just being like, and another character's like, okay, put away the adoption papers over the phone. And it's like, you hear the crinkling of papers, and then it's like, what adoption papers? I don't have adoption papers ready.
It's alright. Surely I'll get to go back there. I'm not sure, which makes me worried. Feel like this is the final confrontation.
Probably.
I'm sort of sat here going, I don't want to leave a chest there. Might have something really good. But I also don't necessarily know how to get back in now. That door's closed. But feels like it should be openable. We're also at a point, well... if I go up here... Alright, well, we got that at least. Oop. Is there a way in? Somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Her. Just gonna quickly check something. What might be in that fucking chest?
Boy, oh boy. I'm shivering with anticipation.
Oh,
Decisions, huh?
Yeah. Again, the question is, how do I get back in? I want to try and go for that. I can't exactly get back up there very easily. If at all. At which point I'm reduced to save scumming.
I'm sure you won't complain about playing more of this game, Mill.
That was a 53, so it's probably this one. Let's try this. Right. Back in this room, we need to do Lario stuff. Stuff in Lario's room. Don't need to read that.
You missed something. To your right. In the mantle area.
It's just a letter.
I assume you read the other one as well.
Yeah. So the question is... Oh god, it did let me do that. Where is this chest I missed? It was apparently in here somewhere. Apparently missed a door. It's not going to be worth it now, is it? Nope. Oh well.
Close, but not quite.
Still worth it.
Was gonna bug you a bunch if you didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what I'm like. It's not like we've got much left after this. Look, I'm the person who, upon missing, like, one quest, one fucking talking quest for, I think, Davrin, because I did a main mission, that apparently just cancelled out that particular quest. I went back to a previous save, did Davrin's mission, and then the fucking main mission again, which was the fucking, whatchamacallit, Two Dragons main quest.
I'm working on it. He is ours. He will not escape us.
There it is. Yeah, I got rid of like 2.5 hours of progress just to do one fucking mission. Not sure it was even that crucial in the end. I mean, maybe it was, I don't know. But hey. Right, let's go down now.
This is it. Get ready.
You have a plan now, right?
Knives are involved.
Fair enough. Usually how our plans go anyway.
Make a plan, execute a plan, throw out the plan because everything's gone to shit, create a new plan on the fly. I forget what that's from. No, sort of something.
I will say, the one thing I'm really disappointed they didn't keep from Inquisition was the fucking...
The ping?
The ping, yeah. The ping was so helpful.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanus back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss.
Not as deep a personal loss as it will be when we cut your arms off.
Take the mantle of First Talon.
Or your testicles.
A heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim
and diva. Over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Guild cannot overpower us both. Now you fall.
Oh boy.
Venatori, to me, honor your alliance. Now, the demon of Byzantium is here.
Clear out.
Should have stayed dead, Lucanis. All of this is on your head.
You started this. I'm ending it.
Somebody adding you?
No, I was using soundboard for one of my one servers I'm in. They have a ping soundboard thing. You did say you missed the ping.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm a little shit.
Here's the thing. It didn't really work because like I have the streamer mode on, which means I don't get the ping sound effect. So all that was happening was I was just getting confused about why the fuck it was going off.
Right, I forgot about that. Still funny though.
All set.
You two take care of that. I'll deal with these two.
Next time, use your own knife.
Let's end this.
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom.
This isn't over.
Thank you for just freezing in place while I killed you.
Finale moves yours.
Since when do you need backup, cousin? You've gotten soft.
You're in for a surprise, Ilario.
I don't like that he can block my magical orb. Okay, I'm just gonna do this.
So, out of curiosity, Mill, going way back to the mention of Doctor Who. Which is your favorite Doctor actor so far in the reboot era?
Finish what you start.
Doctor actor as the Doctor or actor in general?
You know what? Two separate questions.
Get up, Ilario.
As the Doctor,
Katerina, think they make it.
probably Matt Smith.
House de la Morte kneels.
It's close between Matt Smith and Peter
What am I
Capaldi.
supposed to do with this idiot?
Well, this is your choice.
Answer the question, the other question first, then I'll decide.
As an actor, just outside of Doctor Who, I've probably got the most experience with Tennant.
He is a really good actor, to be fair.
But I mean, I've liked, you know, everyone in everything that in most everything that I've seen outside of Who for them. I mean, I say most because Eccleston was obviously that fucking dark elf dude in Thor 2.
Yeah. He hasn't popped up much that I've seen. Capaldi was in the James Gunn Suicide Squad. No, the actual good one.
Yes.
And he was fun in that.
Mm-hmm. Again, when I see Capaldi in other things, he's always fun.
Yeah.
And obviously, Matt Smith is Daemon.
Yeah, Daemon Targaryen. Good old dickish Daemon.
Yep.
You've watched season 2, right?
No, I haven't even watched season 1.
Show's still good, even if it has problems. This won't influence my decision because I more or less made it up, but what did you choose?
Can't remember 100%. I think it was Imprisoned.
Oh, okay.
I think it was.
Well, let's go with You Still Care then. Let's do something different.
Alright. You said it wouldn't influence your decision.
I was already on the path of choosing that one. Just gave me an extra bit of motivation.
His family.
Do you think you can show me mercy? That is not up to you now, is it? Katerina is still first Talon.
Enough, Hilario. Lucanus is the new first Talon.
Oh.
His decision stands.
Iago, keep him out of trouble.
I'm no miracle worker, but I'll see what I can do.
So basically under probation now.
Yeah.
Not now.
Also, congratulations, Lucanus.
Yeah.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanus!
Imagine how much funnier that would be if we had the fucking bird head.
It would undermine so much of the dramatic tension.
What was I working my way towards again? I was working my way towards
I
something
don't-
and I forgot.
Oh, that thing. I think.
That thing. Yes, it was that thing. Right.
You circled away from it. I was like, I don't remember. I think it's somewhere in the bottom right. And it's like, opposite direction, go.
Right. You should probably get this one next as well because that seems pretty good.
Ooh. Essence here is good for protracted fights, it looks like, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't get any points for finishing the contest thing.
Probably will, just not right this second.
Also, you're very close to level cap.
Yeah, only 4 levels left. I don't think there's anything else to do here, so we'll just talk to Lucanus.
Shall we make a discreet exit?
Probably for the best.
I'm ready. But are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
They include not being here, and oh, look at that, not being here.
All the way back here for coffee. The stuff in your villa is good enough.
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
So you're only nominally in charge until she kicks the bucket.
Ah, so like a retired shogun type thing.
I don't want to say that was the worst party I've ever attended, but it was probably in the bottom 10.
Crow parties are always terrible. Everything is poisoned, and I'm always working anyway. Fucking Hilario.
Agreed.
Do you regret giving him a chance?
No. You were right. His family. I didn't suspect him. When the Venatori caught me on the boat in Tevinter, it never even crossed my mind.
Yeah, that's how it is with family most of the time.
Maybe there's hope for him after all. But this, being watched by all the crows with their knives out, this wasn't mercy. He'll never live this down. There's nowhere he could go to outrun being the traitor crow, brought down in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be good for him.
So was I. But I don't.
It's a bit of a cruel mercy.
What there is, Hilario, Katarina, Nev. This team. I'm not giving.
Nev isn't a
Interesting
part
that
of
you,
this team.
Singled out Nev there.
Yeah, real interesting. Nev isn't a part of the team, eh? Eh? There you go. There's Lucanus's bond increase.
There we go.
And
Hero of the Veilguard. That's 2 down, 5 to go.
Yeah. Got new armor as well.
That's good.
So let's just quickly see if there is 2. So we'll just go eavesdrop on the conversations, and then we shall call it a night. If I can get past that chair.
There's a chair in the way. There's a chair in the way. There's a chair in the way.
In my early teaching days, I shared an office with someone who kept notes as you do.
And how did that go?
I'm glad you and I have separate offices.
How are we doing on this? Oh, we are 100 off. God damn it.
So very close.
Right, I'm gonna eavesdrop and then I'm gonna go to Treviso very quickly just to check that fucking market thing. Am I in the right place? I'm not in the right place. I'm in the completely wrong area. Just not paying enough attention there.
I'm thinking of doing my annual One Piece reread soon. Or semi-annual? Probably biannual.
Colorful? I don't really know how to describe it.
Huh. Maybe the same.
Alright, good talk. Yeah, we'll just stick to this. Not gonna do any fighting anyway. Hey, Jacobus.
I talked with some of the other fledglings today. About Dareth. They listened. They've lost people too. It's nice when they understand.
I'm glad you seem to be dealing with the grief a little bit better. Let's not. They've only got 1. Maybe it'll be worth 100. I'm just gonna grab that as well.
Just a little shit post.
I'm always open.
Sounds like there's gonna be something for me to see.
Yeah, check gaming when you're done.
Come on, please have been worth 100. I don't think it will have been, but I really hoping it was.
I don't need it. Oh yeah, I don't need it at all.
It was worth 100.
Great motherfucker.
Yes. Right. Hopefully I've got enough materials. Really awkward if I didn't. I've got enough for me. That's all that really matters at this stage.
Yep.
Okay. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe, comment down below. Please press the bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you on Thursday. Good night.
Later.